weights of all time. Though Walter in the shadow of the Islam Makhachev is remarkable, the body of work he has put forth in the octagon this way.
It's so hard to beat Islam Makhachev, but the expectation was on him from day one to be great. He's done it time and time again. He's exceeded the expectation. And that's because he has all the skills. Great wrestling. Great striking. The man's doing it all inside the octagon. That is why.
And of course, the late great Makhachev, not here, but front of mind for all of these weights of all time. Though Walter in the shadow of the Islam Makhachev is remarkable, the body of work he has put forth in the octagon this way.
It's so hard to beat Islam Makhachev because the expectation was on him from day one to be great. He's done it time and time again.
Islam Makhachev has made a powerful statement at welterweight, showing that the division may be a perfect new home for him. After defeating Ian Gary in the UFC 303 main event, Makhachev extended his remarkable UFC winning streak to 17 victories and added another major achievement to his legacy. Now, Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier are breaking down what they believe makes this version of Makhachev so different, while Islam himself has reacted to his latest historic victory.
It's a good fight, good opponent, and now it's no more Anderson Silva, Islam Makhachev record. I like this.
What about the fight maybe surprised you the most? Was it like his resistance on the takedown? Was it his striking, if anything at all?
Jan is good opponent, and very hard to fight with someone who stand and wait, He just waiting, and very hard to show good performance with someone like that. He stand, I see his leg, try to take him down. He has some good defense, but very hard to show good performance with someone like that.
You clearly won the first 2 rounds, and then 2 of the judges gave him the 3rd and the 4th. So it was, getting pretty close in that 5th round. Did you feel you needed to go and, get that takedown with a few minutes left and just close the fight strong?
Of course, this is some of them give 1 round or 4th rounds, but I feel I won the 3 rounds, before the last round, But Khabib and all corners say you have to win the last round. And on the last round, I feel I can take him down, do something more, because this 3rd and 4th round not very tough, and I have power to finish, to show the good performance.
Joe Rogan immediately shifted the conversation toward a much tougher question. How will Islam Makhachev handle the division's biggest threats at 170 pounds? He pointed to fighters such as Michael Morales and Carlos Prates, who bring a different level of size, power, and physicality compared with the challenges Makhachev has faced so far.
Over the bigger guys. And This is the question. As he's moved up to 170, there's some guys like Morales that are absolutely gigantic. And what happens if he fights those guys? The gap is bigger than it is with Ian Gary. Ian, again, out of the 10 victories that he's had inside the octagon, he's only had 3 stoppages.
Yep.
Morales kills everybody he touches.
Right.
I mean,
Carlos
Brady's-
Prates is a murderer. I mean, he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
puts it on you and knocks out guys with one shot. Ian is not that same guy. He's a strategic striker who's very technical, but he doesn't have nuclear power.
Right.
Yeah.
Carlos Prates has nuclear
Right, no
power.
doubt.
Morales has nuclear
Yes.
power, and they're both
Carlos Prates and Michael Morales both possess serious knockout power, and their size makes them especially intriguing potential opponents for Makhachev. That's what makes his move to welterweight so interesting. Even in his latest victory, Islam didn't dominate the grappling exchanges as effortlessly as fans have come to expect. Daniel Cormier noted that Gary repeatedly escaped and returned to his feet, forcing Makhachev to work hard for his control before Islam finally secured a decisive hold in the 5th round.
I think Islam struggled tonight to gain or get to the control position. When he finally did in round 5, he was able to keep him there like we're used to seeing. But Ian Gary was so well trained, he made it difficult for him. Now,
Islam still got the victory, but Joe Rogan believes moving from lightweight to welterweight brings a new set of challenges. Larger and stronger opponents can be more difficult to control, meaning every takedown and grappling exchange could require more physical effort. After watching Ian Gary repeatedly escape and force Islam to work, Rogan believes Makhachev may be facing a very different physical test at 170 pounds.
But there is also a significant difference in the amount of taxing that it takes on Islam's body. The tax that he has to pay to hold these bigger, stronger guys down.
Yes.
Look at what he did to Justin Gaethje. Look at what he did to Dustin Poirier. Look at what he did to Charles Oliveira.
I mean, even Moicano, it was like a round.
Just crushes him when he
crushed
gets
him.
on top of that. This is the difference between him at 155 and him at 170. And, you know, I mean, I understand what he wants to do, and I understand that he wants it, but, man, if I was in his corner,
It's hard.
I'd be like, maybe.
It's hard to tell a man that is the champion there to go back down and cut that weight.
I know.
But it was different. It was noticeably different. The welterweights are going to be much more difficult for him, and he's going to have to just keep improving. But again, we so frequently judge him on a different scale than most.
Of course.
Because most champions would win that fight in the way that he did tonight, and we'd be like, oh my God, they're awesome.
Yes.
But Islam is just different.
Great.
17 straight.
Dana White also recognized how close the fight could have been, particularly as they entered the 5th round. He believed Ian Gary still had a real opportunity to pull off the upset, with Islam showing signs of fatigue while Gary remained dangerous and had already created difficult moments for the champion. Then one crucial sequence completely changed the direction of the fight.
That, you know, this is my honest opinion on it. I felt like tonight was set up for the upset. I felt like the upset could happen tonight with so much on the line, all the records that Islam has, and he's going to break Anderson Silva's record. There's weight classes for a reason. Ian Gary is a big, rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I felt like, I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that 5th round, you know, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That drives me crazy when there's so much at stake, and there's also, you know, a lot of mental, you know, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that 5th round with a flying knee or something crazy, and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck, wish I could do that over again.
Would you agree going into the 5th round, it almost looked like Ian was actually the fresher man, like Islam had more?
100%. And, you know, if he came out and tried to destroy and win that last round, you know, with everything that he had, I think it's a totally different fight. And then he gives Islam that explosive, you know, he exploded up and got his back. And once he took his back and put the hooks in, that was a wrap. He's going to ride that out till the round ends.
I felt like this.
But, and that's how I felt. But on the Islam side, Islam went out, the complete opposite now. Against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the 5th round or whatever, but, Islam did exactly what he needed to do to win that fight.
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev's win still leaves an important question hanging over his move to welterweight. Is the division simply too big for him? Ian Gary's size and strength forced Islam to work harder than usual, prompting debate about how he'll handle even larger opponents going forward. The Barnhill brothers offered another perspective, noting that Makhachev doesn't necessarily need to hold an opponent in one position for several minutes to be effective. They pointed to Islam's ability to constantly create damage, including attacks to the legs and body, while using his pressure to smother Gary early. They were also surprised by Gary's approach after the opening round, particularly his tendency to remain stationary in the center rather than changing the look of the fight.